And shifting gears a
Yeah.
little bit, being a musician, you've been a part of a few bands.
Yeah.
What are some highlights from your musical career?
Well, highlights and lowlights. Lots of, you know, the best things and some of the worst things in life happen as a result of playing a lot live and stuff like that. But I was able to have a lot of big opportunities, a good break, like almost straight out of high school, and it took me on the road for a number of years, and got to experience, living on the road with there was a label, a major label behind it, and so there was, it afforded, a 19, 20-year-old starting out with them, the ability to tour and travel, and not starve, and and a little bit of something to pay the rent, and so anyways, that was cool, and in doing that, I was able to tour back and forth the States and Canada, and for a number of years, get an endorsement. I was playing drums mostly at that time, and do some publishing, some songwriting, and saw that I could get into some television and a couple of film trailer or two, and anyways, that was pretty cool, and some good radio, and opened up for a lot of bigger bands. It was kind of like a critics pick act, this thing, and but it was a great experience, both in life, to be able to tour and travel and do what you love to do at that point in time. Not really understanding the business side as much, and maybe not really heeding people's advice as to maybe I should look a little bit closer as to what was going on. So I learned a lot in about a good 5-year frame from that act, and then went on to play independently, but ran with a lot of good dudes in Montreal for after that for about another 6 or 7 years. Had a couple independent acts that I did. Really not so much out of the city, but did a lot of studio work and kind of like in songwriting and stuff like that. But it was cool, it was like on one block at one time. It was, Murray Lightburn from the Deers was my roommate, and he was living on, potatoes, literally potatoes every day with his 4-track and keyboard. And, I'd come back from whatever I had like 3 or 4 part-time jobs at once trying to